Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We had a nice little outing this morning, and I am so ready with my yummy cup of coffee. Hey, so I'm going to tell you about this. This is one of my favorite cups because it's so bulky and easy to hold, especially with my arthritis, bursitis, whatever. The list of things goes on and on as we age, these little things. It just feels so good, and it's so thick. It holds the heat. The handle's pretty good size. I like that. And my friend Cindy from Texas, I love how it says with all your heart on one side, because that's sort of my motto is, come on, we're here on this planet at this time. Let's live. Let's push ourselves a little bit to see if we can't explore a little of our personality, of life, of love. And who cares if you get another broken heart? That, at the bottom line, I've had lots of broken hearts. Trust me. And when I go through a broken heart, I have such damaged attachment style issues. Oh God. It feels like the whole universe is a meaningless echo chamber of nothingness. Seriously, I get so just poetically depressed and awful. I have watched people through my practice show me that I'm not as abnormal as I think I am. Whenever any of us really is invested in a relationship, it can be devastating for it to end, even if we want it to. That's important to know. Even if we want it to, at some level, even if we know it's the right thing to do. Even if we should feel good about the ending so we can have another beginning. It still can hurt. It's the end of a dream, a fantasy that we've had going on. And then we realize, oh my God, it was just a fantasy. I was making up part of that, if not all of it. Who knows? So on one side it says, with all your heart. And on the other side it says, trust in the Lord. Now, I'm not a Bible thumper, and I am not a evangelist or anything like that. I have my own belief system, and with good reasoning, because I've explored a lot of religions, and I have a very, very tight relationship with a higher power. I choose to call God. My friend Cindy says, you need to admit that Jesus Christ died for your sins and then was resurrected. Anyway, I get all that. And that's why I'm telling you, if you have a broken heart, you have to grab onto something you believe in. Believe in whatever religious vision you have or spiritual belief. There are people who, whether it's a broken heart on a person or on a lifestyle, that's a biggie. On a way of life, on dreams, on a job, there's not a good reason to just give up and actually stop living, do something to stop living. That's sort of, I'm saying when we're suicidal or have suicidal ideation, I still think it's within a normal range of response to broken dreams, being hurt over and over again. But what I've learned from my own experience is that there are enough places to reach out for help, to reorganize our thoughts on the consequences of suicide versus having the guts to get through it and challenge ourselves to reincarnate our experience, not through death, not through physical death, but through emotional metamorphosis. Oh gosh, it's so hard to be so disappointed over and over again, so lonely. And that's why it's important to decide. I might want to pout and sulk, but I am not going to commit suicide. I'm not going to throw in the towel because I've got a chance to experiment. With life. And that's what I think is important. It's kind of like going to a beautiful vacation spot that you drove thousands of miles to get to in your beautiful RV, which is our body, went all this journey, and then sit in the RV and not go out and sightsee, taste the food, smell the fragrance of the environment, the woods and flowers and flora and the mosses. I know, I need to get moving. Anyway, that's what I was thinking, is that we all kind of have a journey. What are we going to do with it? It's okay to be in pain. It's okay to have 150 little things, wrong with you. All that bursitis, these little age spots, wisdom spots. And then she had fancy names for the other two types, which sounds really scary. This creepy little nerve thing. The list, and then a heartbreak on top of it. Oh, another heartbreak. Of course, some people would want to throw in the towel. Why wouldn't you? Jeez. I was at a meeting one time with this poor guy. I'll tell you more about this story sometime because it is priceless. He's new in sobriety and he comes in and he hadn't drank yet. He had been sober for several weeks or a couple months maybe. And he says, he comes in just dripping wet because it was just storming outside, and it had been for days. And he comes in and goes down this long list of things that had gone wrong that morning. Just that morning. It was like a nightmare or a comedy movie, not even a serious movie, because there's no way that could have happened. But the way he described it and the details, you could tell, this guy had a bad freaking day. And it wasn't even half over yet. It was like noon, if I'm remembering right. It was noon. Because that was our noon meeting, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, he goes through his whole story. And everybody in the room is just stunned because the story's believable, number one, absolutely believable. The problem is, what do you say to that? Because he says, I just want to throw in the towel and I just want to commit suicide. I want it over. It's too hard. And nobody said anything, and I just, out of my mouth, I said, I'd feel like killing myself too. Man, I'm so glad you're here. You're in the right place. And everybody just started laughing hard. Until he did too. He started laughing too, because it was so ironic. But thank God he stuck around once he quit laughing too. Well, he wasn't laughing as hard as we were. He was chuckling. But everybody let him know, hey, you know, you may have had a worse day than most of us have had in a while. But you're still here. We still love you. Go ahead and pout. I would too. I'm going to bring it over a little bit further. Just see how that looks. See, I brought it over a little bit more. I don't usually bring it over that far because my eyes tip down. And I don't like... I guess a trade-off is shorten it. I don't know if this talk makes any sense, but I can tell you that some people have been getting sad lately, and I think it's because, you know, people have been acting out a lot in the last couple years. And now I think some people are just sad. Just sad. Sometimes if you have a puffy lid, like I do, if you just take your darker color and open your eye and put it right where the fat is. Just kind of, and then you can fill it in. There we go. You know what? I'm in such a rush. I'm not even going to put on mascara. Hopefully I have enough eyeliner on. They can't tell. Oh, good God. What did I do? I don't know. Maybe I'll sit further away from the camera. Okay. I'm off to work. Now, if you're sad or depressed or having a hard time, or you're dealing with someone who's having a hard time, just remember, at the end of the day, it's about courage. It's not courage if there's not a reason to be brave. So, buck up. You can do this. You need to talk. Send me a message. But never give up. If there's a reason to give up, I'll let you know. We'll discuss it. All right. I love you. Have a great day. And go get him, Tiger. Bye for now.